Hey everybody, it's Jared Tate, the founder of the DigiByte blockchain. And today is Wallet Wednesday. And in honor of Wallet Wednesday, I want to show you how you can download and upgrade to the very latest version of DigiByte Core version 8.26. Now, if you don't know what the DigiByte Core wallet is, the DigiByte Core wallet, otherwise known as the reference implementation, is the primary backbone of the DigiByte blockchain. Now, in order to download this wallet, you need a desktop computer, either Windows, Mac, or Linux. Now, people ask, well, why can't I run this on a mobile phone? Well, the reason is since this is the blockchain itself, when you download this, you actually become part of the blockchain. And in fact, if you go here, and first of all, I'm on digibyte.io, which if you're brand new to the DigiByte blockchain, welcome to the community. I highly recommend you go check out digibyte.io right now. It's got all these very cool real-time analytics that are actually powered on the back end by version 8.26. And that's actually what I was about to say is people ask, well, why can't I run this on a mobile phone? Well, because this is the entire blockchain. And so all the exchanges, other third-party wallets and services like digibyte.io, they actually will have a core wallet running on a server on the back end. So when we talk about a full node or a core wallet, the reason it's important to run one of these is because when you download it and run it and install it on your computer, you become part of the blockchain. And in fact, right now, here are the recently seen active DigiByte nodes across the world. So when we talk about DigiByte being truly decentralized by you, the community, this is what we mean. So pretty cool, right? Now, just a quick primer here on digibyte.io. There's all sorts of real-time statistics. You can see the blocks as they're coming in. You can see DigiByte's 5 algorithm mining breakdown. You can see the current network-wide hash rate. You can see a list of recent mining pools, all sorts of stuff. So just clicking around, you can learn a lot about the DigiByte blockchain, and this is the go-to place to have a window and an insight into the blockchain in real time. And one of the pages on here is actually the downloads page. So you can always remember that if you want to see if there's a new version or where to get the latest version, you can go here to digibyte.io. So what I'm going to show you today, if you've never installed the core wallet before, you can still follow along. If you already have an older version of DigiByte, like version 8.22 or version 7, this process will work too. So I'm on a Windows computer because most of you I can see from the statistics are on Windows. So we just released this over a week ago, and it says it's a beta release, but because of AI and all the advancements in AI, we have been able to more extensively and thoroughly test this release than any Digibyte release in the last 12, 11 and a half years. So it's a very stable release. I've upgraded all my wallets. All my family has been running it for months, but I obviously is part of the development activity. But this website, digibyte.io, is powered by version 8.26. The DigiHash mining pool has been running it for well over a month. And then also the Block Explorer has been running it. It's very stable. I've upgraded old wallets. I haven't had any issues. The only feedback we've got is there were some mistranslations. I think there was some errors in the Arab or the Persian and Arabic translations, and then a couple theming issues. So otherwise than that, the blockchain itself is good to go. So in order to download the latest release, click here, and this is going to take you to GitHub. And the reason we do this and you don't download it directly from the website is one very important thing. And that's, you see this green check mark and this hash? That's actually the cryptographic hash of the commit and the exact state of the source code that this release was compiled from. So a quick, easy thing you can do to check if this version wasn't actually compiled from this, we wouldn't actually have this green check here. So go ahead and click on the header here. So that way it doesn't confuse you when you scroll down and you see the old versions. But once again, if you wanted to look and actually look at the source code, you could actually open this and go to the exact pull request in the exact cryptographic commit right here where this version in this release was compiled. So this is how you can audit and verify that it's legit. And that's why we don't directly download from the website and we're doing it directly where the source code is, if you ever wondered about that. So you can read the release comments, the info, or you can just scroll to the bottom down to assets. And this is actually what you want to download right here. So if you're on a new M1 or M2 Apple silicone chip, you're going to go with the ARM64 Apple download. And then if you're on an old Intel Mac, you do the x86. Now, for Windows, you're going to go with Windows 64 and the setup.exe. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to my desktop. And I'm going to minimize it. No, look, what do we have here? We have the old version 8.22, which a lot of you are going to be upgrading. Now, before you ever do an upgrade, the first thing you need to do is back up your wallet.dat. Your wallet.dat is where your private keys are, right? This is the most important part of the wallet. This is how you recover it. So I like to give my backups the date, because after the years, I literally probably have thousands of wallets, and I do stuff like this. So it's 8/8. It's not 2026 yet. 2025 test, and then I'm just gonna save it. So as you can see, backup successful. Although I think that pop-up happened right behind me. Anyway, um, so now I've backed up my wallet. You always back up your wallet before you upgrade it, right? So now I'm just gonna close this. It's gonna shut down, and this takes a minute. It's just basically writing to the, it's taking the state of the blockchain and recording it. Now I'm going to open up this exe. Now it's going to say Windows has protected your PC, and it's saying it's an unrecognized app. That's because we, as an open source decentralized community, do not have a Microsoft developer certificate to sign it because there's no company to apply for one and there's no group. We've actually tried for over a decade. And even Bitcoin, the latest versions of Bitcoin, you have to do this. It's the same thing on a Mac. It's very annoying. I wish they would come up with some sort of open source software signing solution so it would make it easier and people wouldn't have to go through these steps. But all you got to do is click more info. It says unknown publisher. Click run anyway. And then you want to hit yes again. So you don't have to uninstall the old version. This will automatically override it and replace it as long as it's in the standard slash DigiByte directory, right? So I'm just going to install. It's going to go ahead. It's going to override it. I'm going to hit finish. And then boom, it's going to open. Now you see this right here. If you look really closely, you can see this commit hash, which was up here at the top. And it starts with this 21FDB15. Well, if you look at that, 21FDB5, there's actually a G when you sign it, or when it compiles it. So ignore the G and then just go with 21FDB. But anyway, that's how you can tell the exact commit hash that this wallet was compiled from. So, and now it's opening. Should open pretty fast here. And this is basically all you need to do to upgrade to version 8.26 on your Windows computer. Pretty simple. And like I said, if you're running the older version 7, this should work. And then if you're running a really, really old version, there might be some issues you run into with the wallet format. So you may have to export it and then try importing the wallet to the new version, but it should still work. I've recovered some very old wallets in version 8.22, and it should work the same way. So, once again, I'm going to wait for this to open for a second. I would highly encourage you, if you haven't, to come here and to check out the DigiByte.io stat site and look at the current state of the DigiByte blockchain. And you can follow this in real time. So currently there's 22.2 million blocks. DigiByte is one of the longest blockchains out there. Almost 52 million transactions. Total size on disk is actually pretty small still. Compared to Bitcoin, I believe Bitcoin's almost a terabyte now. So, oh, boom, there is version 8.26 Taproot. Now, one other thing I want to mention that I've seen some people run into. Now, the cool part about Taproot is the Taproot transactions. And so if I go to receive here, and you see here how I don't see an option for Taproot, that's because this is actually a legacy wallet. So legacy wallets from older versions, not descriptor wallets, they're not going to have that option. But if you were to have, I believe Demo has it. No, does Test have it? Yes, so test have it. So I created a new descriptor wallet, which is basically if you just go here and you go, oops, we're gonna have to work on that theming issue there too. It's another issue we're gonna have to tweak. So there are some UI tweaks that we still need to make. If you just go File, Create Wallet, and you go Test 2, this is a new wallet, and once that's done, you'll also be able to get the Taproot addresses. And the Taproot addresses start with the DigiByte v8.26, and I like to think of it as DigiByte privacy, right? Um, BTC is BTC1P. That's how you know a Bitcoin Taproot address. So anyway, there you have it. Simple, straightforward, a lot better looking theme. There's a dark theme, there's a light theme. There are some tweaks we're going to make in the next version release, but overall, everything's functional. So happy Wallet Wednesday. Stay tuned for more videos.